Oh my God, look at this light. No, don't do that. Who's this sun-kissed baddie? Ugh. Parkour. Oh, excuse me. I'm just here to do some yoga. Oh my God, bruh. Thank you. When I see your little toe beans, my insides squeeze together. And I feel like I might explode if I don't crush you with my undying love. Oh my God. Toad, what'd you do with my sunglasses? They're just worms in a cat suit.
Asana, breakdown.
I'm blinded. Amazing. I've done a lot of drugs in my life, okay? Nothing compares to holding a pile of worms in a cat suit and giving it tiny kisses on top of the head. Thank you so much for your service. I know you didn't sign up for this, but you get what you get. Hi, hello, and welcome back to another Asana Breakdown. My name is Jordan. I'm here merely to suggest you, my friend, are captain of your own ship. Only thing I ask of you is to do whatever the fuck feels good in your body, okay? We're not cutting LVADs. All right, we're doing yoga. It's not that serious. In honor of Aries season, I've been facilitating a lot of classes that get into the core muscles and maybe hold poses a little bit longer than I normally would, just to build that tension, build that heat, embrace the transformative nature of fire. How fun to be standing in your high lunge or your warrior two or your chair pose for like 5 breaths, okay? How fun is that? I love that for me. Today we're getting a little bit back to basics, all right? But with a twist, literally and figuratively. I might have to push the camera back just a little bit. When I see you. PC, has our hot neighbor come home yet? If he does, just give me a shout. Whoa. Ooh, girl, lift that fucking heel up there. Squeeze that core. High lunge. Ooh. Prayer twist. Hey, would you look at that? High lunge, prayer twist. Okay, amazing, fun. You can go anywhere from there. Let's start in our mountain pose, okay? Feet hips width, and we'll step the right toes back. Keeping our feet hips width, we want to really lift through that right heel, okay? Maybe even bring a little bend to that right leg to elongate the tail. Keeping our front knee over the front ankle. And it doesn't have to be a really long lunge. We can be in a high lunge that looks like this, a sustainable high lunge. I used to be the kind of high lunge girly, okay? Your girl was like this, all right? Fun sometimes, maybe photogenic, not sustainable, and low-key not necessary. So for the purposes of today's asana breakdown, let's maybe shorten our stance a little bit and work on building that foundation. And we're here, squeezing the core, okay? A little bit more with every exhale. We still want to be able to breathe, okay? Very important. Are you shitting or are you pooping? Okay, awesome. Thanks, Twig. Maybe bringing a little bit of a bend to that right knee, squeezing the inner thighs together and gently pulling this left hip back to keep the hips stacked. And from here, we can find our arm variations. Maybe we want Anjali Mudra, hands at the heart. Maybe hands at the hip to help guide those hips to be level with each other. Lifting and spiking through that right heel. And maybe we bring biceps by the ears, turning the pinky slightly and noticing if that gives us a little bit more space in the head and the neck. And holding our high lunge here. Okay? And if we want to have a high lunge prayer twist moment, okay, in honor of Aries season, in honor of building heat and finding a twist in the center, in the core, in our third chakra, the Manipura, which is also ruled by fire. Plot twist, here we are, Aries season, let's fucking go. Maybe we bring the left palm to the top of the left thigh and tilt. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of things going on in the front of my right hip. I don't know about you. And pull the right thumb slightly back, maybe peek up. And press into the top of the left thigh with the left palm. Notice if that impact sensation. Maintaining integrity in the base. My legs are working super hard. The transformative power of fire is happening here, okay? And we're here, creating space. And from here, maybe we cradle the head, turn the right elbow towards the sky, take a deep breath in. And on our exhale, heart spins to the left, using that core strength to keep our balance, maintaining integrity in the base. And we bring the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh, okay? Not the knee. Again, we leave the chamber of secrets out of it today, just for today. And we try not to keep the hips from tracking one a little bit more forward than the other, but also working with our natural skeleton, our natural, shape of our own body, which is going to be different. So this is going to look different for everyone. But the basics are still the same. And maybe we gently press, maybe we gently press the left leg out just a bit and find a little resistance between right elbow, right bicep, right tricep, and the left leg. I'm not going quite as deep because over the weekend I tripped and fell on a tattoo needle and accidentally covered my whole arm in a tattoo. So here we are. And to come out, we inhale back to center and exhale. Just come down. Come down from there. Come down from there. Come all the way down. And then just, chill out before you take it to the second side. I can definitely feel some things happening in my quadriceps that, reminiscent of fire, I would say, burning, fire, heat. And then just pause to receive, you know what I mean? Pause to receive whatever the fuck. Forgot my windows open. My hot neighbor's gonna hear me being weird. Let's check that out on the second side, all right? And maybe instead of our mountain pose, let's see what it looks like from downward dog. I'm actually gonna turn around. So we're here in our downward dog. Rooting down through the left heel this time because we stepped the right heel back. Inhale, right leg high, maybe even lifting from the right inner thigh. And on your exhale, hug the right knee up into the chest. Think cat pose as you bring the shoulders over the wrists and step the right foot forward. And from here, after your hips make all the snap, crackle, pop noises that need to be made, we think root to rise. And we slowly stack the bones, building from the ground up. For me, anytime I come into a shape like this, I like to bring one hand to the abdomen, maybe one hand to the low back, and just sort of guide, maybe even fingertips on the hips. Find my foundation. I'm on 2 skis. No slalom today, fam, okay? And we're here, building strength, building heat, lifting that left heel now, and inhale, biceps by the ears or any other arm variation. Turning the pinkies slightly in. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Pulling the right hip slightly back. Maybe even bringing a tiny bend to that left knee. And notice if that elongates the tail a little bit. We don't necessarily want to be tucking anything, just working with the musculature and the skeleton of your body to find length. And from here, right hand, top of the right thigh, take a deep breath in. Exhale, tilt to the right, pull the left thumb slightly back. As you continue lengthening through that left leg, maybe peek up, utilizing your drishti here, focusing on one thing in the room that's not moving, squeezing the right obliques, engaging the right obliques as you lengthen through the left fingertips along the whole left side of the body. And maybe we cradle the head in the hand and turn the left elbow to the sky, pressing into the right palm. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist, leading from the heart to the right. And maybe we stay up tall, okay? Maybe we're here in a twisted high lunge. Maybe we have our hands at the heart like this. Maybe we bring that left elbow. Maybe we bring that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh and use that leverage while protecting our knee. Lengthening through the left leg. Deep breath in and out. And when we're in twists like this, we have an opportunity to use the breath to massage the internal organs. Kind of gross, kind of cool, kind of here for it. Aries season, let's fucking go. And maybe peek up. Maybe even close down the eyes. Whoa, maybe not. And then inhale back to center. Exhale. Fucking sit down. Sit down, chill the fuck out. All right? And that's it. That's your high lunge with your prayer twist. Finding the element of fire, using it to be transformative. Just bringing a little bit of spice to your practice, a little bit of spice to your day, a little bit about the Manipura chakra, your third chakra, your solar plexus, largely associated with the color yellow. It's the seat of your unbridled confidence, okay? And, you know, I used to think of confidence as this thing that was like looking in the mirror and being like, I look good on my mama, on my hood. I look hot, I look good. Which, for sure, if that floats your Manipura's boat, I love that for you. But for me today, when I think of confidence, I think of the courage it takes to be yourself without judgment, the courage it can take to meet yourself where you are today, right now in the present moment, which is one of the foundations of a healthy yoga practice. So if you are looking to give yourself a boost this Aries season, I highly recommend testing out your twisted high lunge, doing things that feed your fire. Or maybe you're feeling a whole lot of fire, a whole lot of passion, a whole lot of transformation, and you need something to ground, to hold on to. Find that high lunge and stay there. Maybe even utilizing a cooling pranayama, like your ujjayi breath, which is a soft constriction at the back of the throat. Almost like you're trying to fog up a mirror with the lips sealed, breathing in and out through the nose. Sounds like Darth Vader, sounds like the ocean. Pick your poison. Another one that I've been utilizing in my classes that I teach is the Sitali breath, which I'll give you a quick demonstration for the Sitali breath. So it's inhaling through the mouth and exhaling through the nose. I find it to be extremely helpful, especially for balancing poses. So we're inhaling through the mouth like we're sucking through a straw. And you notice the temperature of the air. Maybe it's cool, maybe it's refreshing. And then we exhale through the nose. So if we're here in our high lunge, maybe we'd like to incorporate one of those cooling pranayamas. And maybe we notice a lengthening up and out of the low back. And on our exhale, a softening of the shoulders. It can be really helpful, especially if we're moving through poses. Just giving the mind something to focus on, something to bite down on. That was louder than it needed to be. To move in the unique and beautiful way that only you can move on your yoga mat. That's about all I got. Where y'all are in the future, it's April. Where I am today, it's the last day of March, the last day of Women's History Month. Just so you know, That's what I'll be continuing to call it, because they can say whatever the fuck they want. I'm still a lady, and this is still my month. So that's that. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, rest of your week. If you enjoyed this asana breakdown, or if you have other options and proptions that you use in your own personal practice, other variations of that twist, or if you have any other poses that you'd like to see broken down, please feel free to let me know in the comments. The thing that makes me the best teacher I can be is learning from other practitioners, other people who are doing yoga. Lame. And with that, I will jettison off into the universe, leave you in body, but not in spirit, and I will see you next time. Namaste. I would like to touch you.